The rain had been falling for days, relentless and unyielding, pounding their tin roof without mercy. Each drop sounded like a warning, echoing through the cramped rooms of their small home, a constant reminder that something was coming. Inside, Sara held her son, Ayan, close, her arms a fragile shield against the world. She whispered stories of sunshine and laughter, trying to drown out the storm's fury with memories of better days. The stories were their only comfort, a thin thread of hope in the darkness. But outside, the river's roar grew into a beast, swelling with every hour, clawing at the edges of the village. The water rose higher, threatening to swallow everything they had ever known. Then, without warning, water crashed through their door. Everything changed in an instant. The world they knew was swept away in a torrent of chaos and fear.
My only thought was Ayan. Nothing else mattered in that moment. Not the house, not our belongings, only him.
She grabbed him, heart racing, and fought into the chaos. The water was rising fast, swirling around her legs, threatening to pull them both under. The water was brutal, tearing at them with every step, but Sara would not let go. She clung to Ayan, her grip fueled by fear and love. In the darkness, she found a floating board and pushed Ayan onto it, praying it would hold his weight. It was all she could do to keep him above the water.
Hold on tight, my love. Don't let go no matter what happens.
Around them, cries for help faded into the night, swallowed by the storm and the river's rage. The village was lost in darkness, voices growing weaker as the water claimed more ground. Sara looked at her son's terrified face and made a silent promise. She would not let the river take him. She would fight for him no matter the cost.
I will get you through this. I promise, Ayan, I won't let go.
They drifted for hours, cold and exhausted, clinging to the debris as the current carried them away from everything familiar. But Ayan was her anchor, the reason she kept fighting. When dawn finally broke, it revealed only ruin, their home and village gone, reduced to broken wood and muddy water. The world they had known was washed away. They had nothing left but each other. In the silence after the storm, that was all that remained. Finally, the current pushed them to higher ground where the water slowed and the land rose above the flood. Sara, shivering and bruised, pulled Ayan onto the muddy bank. Every muscle ached, but relief flooded her heart as she felt solid ground beneath her feet. She wrapped her arms around him, shielding him from the wind and devastation, her body a barrier against the cold and the loss. He was safe. That was all that mattered. In that moment, nothing else existed but the warmth of his small body in her arms. Sara looked at the water that had stolen her past, and a fierce resolve settled in her heart. She would not let this be the end of their story. The river had taken their home, but not their future. Together, they would find a way to begin again. This was not an end, but a harsh new beginning. The sun rose over the devastation, promising that life would go on.
We will survive, Ayan. We will rebuild, no matter how hard it is.
She would face whatever came next. For him, for their future, for the hope that still flickered inside her. The world they knew was gone, but hope, battered and fragile, remained. It was all they had left, and it was enough to keep going. The river claimed everything but their bond. That love, unbroken by disaster, was stronger than any flood. And that, Sara decided, would be enough. With Ayan by her side, she would find the strength to start again, no matter what the river had taken. She endured so he could dream. Other women in the building whispered about Sara's poverty, casting judgmental glances her way, but she held her head high, refusing to let their words break her spirit. Her dignity was her armor, a shield against the harshness of their stares and whispers. What hurt most was seeing Ayan walk barefoot, his shoes lost to the flood, a constant reminder of their struggles. One night, determined to change their fate, Sara gathered scraps, an old tire, canvas, thread, and began to work by candlelight, her mind set on creating something meaningful. She stitched through exhaustion, pouring hope into every seam, each stitch a testament to her love and resilience. By sunrise, she had made shoes for Ayan, rough but crafted with love and care, a gift from her heart.
"They're perfect, Mama!" he exclaimed, his eyes shining with joy and gratitude.
He ran around the room, his laughter echoing off the walls, smiling for the first time in weeks, his spirit lifted by his mother's gift. Sara felt a surge of pride. She was more than a victim, she was a creator, a beacon of hope in their small world. The shoes were a small victory, a symbol of her refusal to give up, a testament to her ingenuity. In that moment, Sara realized she could still shape their future, one stitch at a time. She could make something from nothing, turning scraps into symbols of hope. Her hands, though tired, were strong with purpose, driven by love and determination. The world outside was harsh, but inside, hope was stitched into every thread, creating warmth in their modest home. Sara's love was visible, worn proudly on Ayan's feet, a testament to her unwavering spirit. She was a mother, a provider, and a survivor, standing strong in the face of adversity. The shoes were more than protection, they were a promise, a commitment to a better future. And with every step Ayan took, that promise grew, each step a testament to their resilience and hope. One afternoon, as Sara mended Ayan's shirt, Anjali, an aid worker, stopped to watch. She noticed the handmade shoes and the skill in Sara's stitches.
"Did you make those shoes?"
Sara nodded, expecting pity, but Anjali saw potential.
"We're starting a sewing center. We provide training and materials. Would you join us?"
For the first time in months, hope flickered in Sara's heart. She looked at Ayan, then back at Anjali.
Yes, I want to do this.
That word was the first stitch in a new life. Sara chose to believe in possibility again. The knock on her door was opportunity, and she answered. A new chapter was beginning. At the Women's Cooperative, Sara found not just a place to work, but a true sense of community and renewed purpose. Here she was surrounded by women who, like her, had faced hardship and loss, yet were determined to rebuild their lives. The hum of sewing machines filled the air, a song of progress and hope, echoing the steady rhythm of new beginnings being stitched together with every pass of the needle. Surrounded by fellow survivors, Sara shared her skills and, in turn, received wisdom and encouragement. Together they exchanged stories, laughter, and dreams for the future, weaving a tapestry of hope. Her natural talent shone through. Soon she was helping others, guiding newcomers, and becoming a leader within the group. Sara's confidence grew with every lesson she taught. With her first earnings, she bought Ayan new clothes, a notebook for school, and enough food for a real, nourishing meal. For the first time in months, she could provide for her son with pride.
"Mama, this is the best dinner ever, thank you."
For the first time, there was no hunger at their table, only gratitude and the warmth of a family reunited by hope. As word spread, Sara's reputation grew. People from the neighborhood sought her out for custom clothes, drawn by her skill and kindness. Encouraged by Anjali and her friends, she took a bold step and opened a small shop, Sara's Designs, turning her dream into reality. The shop quickly became a beacon of hope in the community, filled with color, laughter, and the promise of possibility for all who entered. Sara's journey from loss to livelihood inspired others, showing them that even after devastation, new dreams could take root and flourish. She proved that from ruin, a new life could be stitched together, one careful seam at a time, with patience and determination. Every garment she made was a testament to resilience, each piece carrying a story of survival and hope. Sara's Designs was more than a business. It was a symbol of survival, strength, and the power of starting over. The community saw her not as a victim, but as a creator of hope, a woman who had transformed her pain into purpose. Sara had built a future, one stitch at a time, working late into the night, her heart full of dreams for tomorrow. The flood had taken much, but it could not take her spirit or her determination to rise again. Her new beginning was woven from courage, hope, and the unbreakable threads of resilience. Years passed. Sara's Designs flourished, employing women from the cooperative. Her small, damp room was a memory, her home now filled with light and laughter. Ayan, grown and accomplished, received a scholarship to study engineering. At the award ceremony, he found his mother in the crowd.
People talk about heroes. My hero doesn't have a cape. She has a needle and thread. Everything I am, I owe to my mother. She lost everything, but never hope. This scholarship is her achievement, the echo of her spirit.
The room erupted in applause, but Sara only heard her son's words. Tears of joy streamed down her face. Her sacrifices had been seen, her love understood. The boy she saved had become a man who honored her journey. Their story was one of resilience, love, and triumph. The echo of a mother's love had changed both their lives. Sarah's story is a testament to the human spirit. She faced loss that would break most but chose hope over despair. Her courage was built on small daily acts, giving up food, stitching shoes, holding on to dignity. Each act was a flame of determination, lighting the way forward. Angeli's recognition turned that flame into a beacon. By lifting herself, Sara lifted others, teaching them to find their own light. Her journey shows that hope is built, stitch by stitch, day by day. One person's courage can inspire a family, a community, a world. Even in darkness, a single flame can make all the difference. Sara's legacy is not just survival but transformation. She reminds us to look for the light within ourselves and others. The flood claimed much, but it could not extinguish her hope. In the end, it was her determination that built a future filled with light.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.